Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is your boys from the Over the Road Wrestling Podcast crew. This is episode 209. This is our Saturday night main event predictions. This is your man Trey, aka Treyway, aka OTR Trey, aka Thursday Night Trey, aka Watch Party Trey.
Hey, what's good, everybody? This is your boy Jay, aka OTR Messiah, aka Full Time Jay. And after this Saturday, yes, I'm gonna get my Prediction King title back. Just watch and see.
Yeah, so as you can see, it's only two of us here. The reigning and defending predictions tag team champion, along with Truth. JD, Mr. Mic Drop, is not currently here, but he did send in his predictions, so they will count as all predictions have to be in by start time of the event. He did not provide any bonus points. Hell, this
It's
is a
all right.
It's a Saturday night main event, and it's a damn. I think it's only four matches. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, it will. Typical Saturday night main event. Nothing's going to happen.
So we think.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on. Let me go ahead. So we're gonna go ahead and start with this and get it out of the way. Let me go ahead and pull up the match card now. Okay, here we go. And results. God damn it! This shit is giving me stuff from 1980s. Aaron Rodriguez, what's up?
Oh man,
I don't want the
what's going
19.
on?
I don't want the 1980s.
Yeah, man, we want the '80s
No, we don't.
back in the day. Back in the day when I was young.
And not a
Come
kid
on, man.
anymore.
You supposed to have this pulled up already. So
Nah,
unprepared.
entertain the people while I find this.
It's taking you that long to find.
Nah, well, stop it. I found it. I'm trying to make sure you. Okay, yeah, it really is only four matches. Damn it. Okay,
What'd you expect?
so
You thought it was gonna be more?
at least five. At least make it worth the time of viewing.
Nah, it's free TV. It ain't worth the time of viewing.
All right, so we're gonna start with this match. This match has the most popular person in WWE, at least according to certain people. We have Danhausen versus JD McDonough in a no
Oh
disqualification match. Who you got?
God. This is definitely a match for Saturday Night Main Event. Uh,
JD's prediction is Danhausen.
I'm going with JD.
Damn, you right in my head because I was thinking the same thing. But I'm gonna pick Danhausen.
The only way Danhausen wins this match is if Dominic Mysterio gets involved and then the brainwashed Miz and
Kit
whatever
Wilson.
his name gets, yeah, Kit Wilson gets involved.
A part of me feels like, well, ain't no part of me. I know for a fact that Dom is going to get involved. The question is, maybe the mini housings come out, the little housings,
Nah, they already
like,
did that bit.
like
They
all
ain't
10
doing
of
that
them come
again.
out and take out Dom.
We'll see.
Um, Next we have Bailey versus Lyra.
I'm going.
JD picked Lyra.
I'm going with Lyra. I mean, they dress her up like a homeless person this past week. I mean, that
They
shit
said
was
that she
awful.
looks like the bird lady from Home Alone.
She does look like the bird lady from Home Alone.
I'm gonna pick
Oh,
Bailey for the first match because you know
okay.
they're gonna have multiple.
Th- Yeah.
Um, then we have Paige and Brie Bella versus Fatal Influence for the for the women's tag team championships, and JD picked Fatal Influence.
I think I'm gonna stick with JD on this one. I'm gonna go with Fatal Influence.
I am too, because they're gonna have to drop them titles eventually, and they seem to be pushing Fatal Influence quite a bit.
I think it's time. It's time.
Yeah. I don't know if they was waiting on Nikki to get healthy before they lost the titles, but I think it's time. The time is now, and the Bellas have always been better as heels than they were as faces.
Yeah.
Like
And
I wouldn't
Paige is
even be.
better
I
as a
wouldn't.
solo.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know how to take a face Brie Bella right now. What a solo Brie Bella face, and then the main event. We have Cody and CM Punk versus Gunther and Sammy, and JD Cody and Punk.
Only reason why I'm going with Cody and Punk is because Punk just returned and then Punk just won the title off of Sammy. If it wasn't for that, like I wouldn't be taking them. So I'm gonna have to go with Cody and Punk.
I'm picking Gunther and Sammy.
Okay.
And I think because I think that when you just throw people in a tag team match like this, and two of the people in one of the tag teams have a match coming up, it just spells disaster.
Yeah, but I don't think Sammy and Gunther are going to coexist together well. And I
I
think
don't
that's
think
going to be
Cody and Punk are going to coexist well.
they're not, but they're going to be able to pull it together better than Gunther and Sammy are. Watch. You'll see.
Let me see here. All right, so now that the predictions are over, actually, actually, we have a subscriber question that actually deals with Saturday Night Main Event. This comes from Zandal. Uh, Let me see. His question is: should more of the more crowd pleasing stars like Trick and Jay be on Saturday night's main event? Like,
N-
should they have,
No.
if you're not gonna have a lot of matches, should you put like some of your bigger stars on it? I mean, hell,
No.
you got four of the biggest right now in the main event.
Yeah, like what I say is do what they do now with Saturday Night Main Event. I feel like Saturday Night Main Event should be used to help build on storylines and then help showcase more of your mid-card talent, and then as well as like people who are putting themselves in that number one contender spot for like the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship. And then have one main event with some big, some of your bigger stars. But I think that the way that they do it is fine. It's just the shows are predictable. We know titles aren't going to change hands. And if you notice, what only one of these matches is for a title.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Saturday Night Main Event is pretty predictable.
So how would you fix Saturday night main event, or would you leave it the way it is?
I mean, I would honestly, I would fix it where there wouldn't be any like WWE Universal Championship matches on Saturday Night Main Event. I would kind of fix it to how kind of it is. Well, yeah, kind of how it is, how they're doing tonight. Mid card title matches. Use that platform to showcase them, and then use like the World Heavyweight Championship in the WWE Championship. Use that to showcase up and coming talent to challenge for it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like when
Like,
they had
don't
Oba
use.
fight, like when they had Oba fight Cody.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, because wasn't Cody the champion at the time?
Yeah, and Oba was NXT champion. They fought each other.
Yeah, yeah, that. But more so like Sammy versus Jay Uso number one contendership, like that.
Oh, like they probably should have, instead of having the gauntlet match for the IC number one contender on Raw, put that on Saturday night main event.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I would actually love to see one of the main titles change hands on Saturday night main event. You have to give people a reason to want to watch. And if it's
I,
unpredictable and you don't know what's going to happen, that's perfect.
I would, but we know it's not going to happen. They would
I
much
would
rather what they did on Monday night. and make that title change because they could have easily made this match between CM Punk and Sami Zayn for Saturday Night Main Event, and then CM Punk beat Sami Zayn. But instead, they chose to do it on Monday night. Why? Because they're in Chicago and CM Punk was coming back. They would much rather it change hands on the main show versus Saturday Night Main Event, which goes to show that Saturday Night Main Event is just a joke.
I mean, shit. At least have Dom defend the AAA championship.
That
Like,
too.
do that. Like, if you're gonna put matches on, do that.
I agree
Um,
with that.
or put the men's tag titles ain't never doing shit. You can put them up there. The
You talking about the SmackDown ones?
both.
The SmackDown ones are shambles. Okay, so
Definitely the SmackDown ones.
yeah,
Cause and
definitely.
then Priest over here talking, he and Triple A talking about he going after the Latin championship, the Latin American championship. That's the
See what I
one that
mean?
who has that one? I thought Vikingo had it, but he had to vacate it because he got hurt. Yeah, because I think Ray Phoenix is the cruiserweight champion. I think.
Yeah, he's a cruiserweight.
Yeah, so Vikingo won the AAA Latin American championship, but he had to vacate it. Um, but Priest said he wants that. Um, speaking of tag team champions, what do you think about the segment with the Vision and Otis and Tozawa?
Oh my God. Uh, I get
First
why
off,
they did it.
I don't know why Austin Theory and Braun Breaker and Maxine were talking like Otis didn't pull Mandy Rose back in the day. Like Otis got game. And the way that in the initial storyline with Maxine and Otis was her like trying to get him to become one of the maximum models, and they low
Yeah.
key did have a love storyline building, but they stopped it.
So I saw a meme that went through and they were talking about how Otis and Mandy dropped Otis for heel Dolph Ziggler,
Yeah,
and then Otis and God damn, what's her name?
Maxine.
Maxine, yeah, Otis and Maxine, and then Maxine drops Otis for a heel Austin Theory. So it's like Otis in a couple of years, who's going to be next?
I don't know, probably Izzy Dame or somebody. I don't know.
Probably.
I was thinking about a
Uh,
blonde in NXT.
I mean, the way that it happened, it needed to happen, right? They needed to turn Maxine full heel so she could fit in the vision. So it makes sense. I'm over the vision though. I'm over
It looks like Paul
it.
Heyman is too. Looks like he's no longer messing with them from based on what happened on Monday.
The vision has been officially nerfed.
Yeah, and then people are talking about because you saw Baron Corbin came back right on SmackDown.
Yeah. Hmm.
So Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker had a tag team in NXT,
Hmm.
and a lot of people were saying that the reason why they didn't bring them up as a tag team when Braun Breaker came up was because they wanted to get him out of the tag scene, but now he's a tag champion. And he's a tag champion by default because Logan got hurt, but he's still a tag
Because
champion.
we're still a tag champion. Once he had that match defending the titles and then winning it back, technically he is the tag champion because they lost him and then they just
True,
won him back. So
true, that's
he
true.
is
Yeah,
the tag champion. But I mean,
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I, th- I'm over the Judgment Day and I'm over the Vision.
So my thing is this: the Vision, Triple H did come out and say that he wanted Judgment Day to be like his version of the Bullet Club, where they don't disband all the way. You just keep adding members and removing members, and it's just like a revolving door. So the Vision is eventually going to end. But the real
Yeah.
question, because I've been seeing this online, do you believe that Braun Breaker has officially been buried?
Yes.
Is there a way for him to
Absolutely.
get out of it?
Yeah. The only way for him to get out of it is for him to get out of Vision, go solo.
Okay. Okay.
That's it.
Because he's not even the leader anymore. Anytime you introduce somebody with a girlfriend, they damn near by default become the leader. Austin Theory
Yeah.
looks like the leader of Division.
Austin Theory is 100% the leader of Division right now. Braun Breaker don't even talk that much. All he does now is just sit in the background with the title on his shoulder.
And just laugh when Austin Theory and Logan are doing dumb frat shit.
Exactly.
uh Damn. Because everybody kept saying they wanted Chad Gable to come out and help them.
I
I thought he
thought he,
was for
I
a
thought
second.
he was for a second, but
Because they accepted his apology. Max Thing is the one that was talking shit.
do you think that? Do you think that Tozawa and what's his name? God damn,
Otis.
why I keep forget Otis? Why I keep forgetting people's name? You think Tozawa and Otis are on the chopping blocks for the next batch of releases?
Uh Maybe Tozawa. The reason I say that is because if you notice, Otis still gets a really big pop whenever he's on screen and gets screen time. The fans actually mess with Otis. That's why when Theory hit him in the dick, and that's why they played him and Maxine against each other in the whole
Yeah,
point of that promo, because they knew that Otis would get sympathy.
I don't know, man. They just turned. I mean, you can't even call it Alpha Academy anymore. Like they're just.
Well, they were the alpha babes.
I mean, yeah. Well, whatever.
The babe is gone though.
Yeah, they're more like the Alpha jokes.
So speaking of Chad Gable, uh to me it was predictable that Chad was going to win the gauntlet. What about you?
Yeah, yeah. Well, we already said it. We already called it. We believe that Chad Gable was going to be the next one to take the title off of Penta.
Yeah, because Penta's had it long enough at this point.
Yeah, definitely had it long enough.
Honestly, real talk, when it comes to like mid card titles like that, unless you're trying to have somebody be like Jericho or The Miz, where you got them winning it like 8, 9, 10 times to set
Yeah,
a record like that, I don't think anybody should really be close to breaking the 666-day run of Gunther. Like that's a long time to hold that damn title.
yeah, nah. From listen, when it comes down to the mid card title, if they do it right, I feel like you should have a new champion every, let's say, what, 6 to 8 months.
Hmm.
That's more than enough time. It's more than enough time to win the title, establish yourself in the mid card game, drop it, maybe win it one more time. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you get a big pop on the next time, and then drop it, and then possibly move on up to challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Championship.
I mean,
Now we know it doesn't always.
that's what it's there for.
That's what it's supposed to be there for. But think about it. We haven't gotten that type of structure with the title since what, the early 2000s and the Attitude Era, and right when we started getting out of that era and stuff. I mean,
Ruthless Aggression had it too because they did the same thing because the U.S. titles the same way, and Cena won at first.
yeah, that is true. So yeah, so I would say that was when, after that was kind of when that structure kind of died.
Oh, don't worry. Dom is a former IC champ. He's going to end up winning that World Heavyweight Championship here in a little bit. After he cashes in, because I got him winning Money in the Bank. But
We shall see, because at this point, I feel like Jay Uso's gonna win the Money in the Bank.
and I've seen people say that they think LA Knight's going to win Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
Well, because you remember on Unreal, he was actually when he's supposed to win it
he was
last
supposed to
year.
win it. Yeah, he was supposed to.
He was supposed to win it last year, but they gave it to Seth.
Yep.
Um, I'm not really. I'm trying to figure out how I feel about people who win Money in the Bank multiple times, because Seth is a multiple time winner at this point.
My thing is that one, the I hate it because they try to recreate shit. And the
Yeah,
only reason why they let Seth win the Money in the Bank is because they say, "Oh, the heist of the century was so great. Let's do that again." And do, what was it, the heist of the summer or whatever the hell they
the
called it?
rouge, the rouge of the
Yeah,
century,
yeah, the ruse.
ruse, the
Yeah,
ruse.
like I hate that. And they diminished what Seth Rollins did at WrestleMania because they pulled that bullcrap again with him. I still say Money in the Bank should be either one or two ways. Either one, you have Money in the Bank where everybody that's in there has never been a world heavyweight or WWE champion, and this could possibly be, well, yeah, most likely be somebody's first time winning the title, or you do it where it's a Money in the Bank where it's nothing but previous champions, and then you
Mhm.
never know who is going to be the next champion. One or the other is the way that I think that they should do it.
Like, I wouldn't be mad if like a Finn Balor won it because people have been wanting him to get the World Heavyweight Championship or WWE Championship back ever since he had to relinquish the Universal when he got hurt after winning it.
And they
So I
just
wouldn't mind
continue to
seeing that.
refuse to put the title on him.
Yeah, he should have beat when Seth had it before he lost to
At,
Drew and Drew got cashed in. He should have beat Seth for it.
was it that SummerSlam?
Ye SummerSlam is when no, Mania is when Drew beat Seth.
Okay, so it was Mania when he should have won. I
Yeah.
could have. Who did he challenge? Didn't he challenge somebody at SummerSlam? And we was like, "Oh, this is the perfect time for Finn Balor to win that title," and he didn't win
No,
it.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Cause when I think of Finn Balor and SummerSlam, I think when he cost Priest the championship versus Gunther.
Yeah, okay. I think that's what I'm thinking of too. Then.
Yeah. And then like, damn, I just had the thought in my head. It was about Money in the Bank. Um oh, the only way I'd be cool with like uh a repeat winner is if it makes sense depending on the storyline that it's involved in.
Yeah, Seth Rollins didn't make sense.
Cause you know how
Not.
Cause you know how in AEW they love throwing around this whole you can't challenge for the title no more shit.
Yeah,
So if it's in a storyline like that, or like kind of like how John Cena kept losing opportunity after losing opportunity, he uh lost the Royal Rumble. But he won Elimination Chamber. But let's say he had lost that and he wasn't retiring at Saturday Night Main Event, but he would make it to like Money in the Bank. Like if it's a story like that where you got somebody that's trying to get it but keeps either losing or getting cost something, then a person like a storyline like that, I could get down with a repeat Money in the Bank winner. But honestly, Seth winning Money in the Bank, it didn't make sense to me. I was mad as hell that he won it because I did not want
it didn't.
I didn't want him to win that
I
shit.
I told you somebody's dumbass idea and creative came up with that idea last minute, and it was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds good. That's going to get views." That's all it was.
I mean, I get it because of the whole him and CM Punk don't like each other. So him doing it to CM Punk made sense, but I don't know. I just didn't like
It didn't hit right the second time. That's all I'm gonna say.
it. Oh, you ain't get hype when he dropped in crutches and ripped off the knee brace.
Yeah, I got hyped for that, but when he went and cashed in, I wasn't hyped for it. Nah.
um, I'll say so. You brought up Jay Uso. I brought up LA Knight. So, what's your thoughts on the bloodline right now? Because it looked like Solo was about to be like, you know what? I'm tired of being by myself. I want to get back with the family. And then he spiked Jimmy on Monday. And somehow
That's
Royce Keys then got wrapped up in this.
that's for right now. One, Solo's turning on Royce Keys. I don't care what anybody says. He's turning on it. He's turning on it because what he's gonna be a team up with Royce Keys, Solo, and LA Knight. He gonna
Yeah.
turn on to both of them. I feel like at SummerSlam it's gonna be Jacob, Jimmy, and Jay versus LA Knight, Solo, and Royce. And Solo's gonna turn on him. I'm
Because you
calling
see,
it.
if you saw on SmackDown when he had Solo with the chair in the corner, and
Mhm.
Jacob still got a soft spot for Solo.
Yep.
He's not trying to go all the way there with him, but Solo's like forcing his hand.
It's coming. It's gonna be, I don't know, the Friday night before SmackDown. One of these, Jacob is gonna get his hands on Solo, and then he's really gonna put a beat down on him.
Hmm. I do
And
like the fact that they have the Usos and Jacob involved in something outside of Roman, because now we don't have to worry about Seth being like, "Oh, your family's here. Oh, your family's here." We already did that with CM Punk.
yep. No, I like that they found a role. And I kind of like that believe it or not, it feels like Jimmy's kind of leading this storyline out
Yeah.
in the front. So I'm kind of hyped for that one for Jimmy.
All right. So let's talk about. So right now, no predictions. Right now, we only have 6 matches. But this is just the SummerSlam card so far. So right now we have Liv versus Io for the Women's World Championship. We have Oba versus Brock in the Hell in a Cell. Seth versus Roman, World Heavyweight Championship. Penta versus Gable Intercontinental Championship. Punk and Cody Undisputed Championship, and then what we just talked about, the 6-man tag of LA Knight, Solo, and Royce Keys versus the Bloodline, the Usos and Jacob Fatu. So we know that this is only 6 matches, and we're probably going to get another 6 because SummerSlam is
It's
two
two
nights.
nights. Yep.
Well, what's your thoughts on the SummerSlam card so far? I think it was Truth that said it to me, but he was like, me reading off those 6 matches right there, it's already better than the WrestleMania card.
I was just about to say the same thing. I was about to say, like, so far, yeah, the card is actually pretty good. I like to see how they're going to build the rest of these storylines. I feel like we're going to get a match between Sami Zayn and Gunther at SummerSlam. I feel like the winner of this match gets to take on the winner of CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. Um, that's going to be a match, and I feel like that match is going to come after they lose Saturday Night Main Event. So
We're definitely getting Charlotte and Jade. We just got to wait for them to get to it on SmackDown.
yeah, I just wish it was for a title. That's the only
Yeah,
thing. I
I'm
wish it
pretty
was.
sure. I'm pretty sure we may or may not get another Bailey Lyra match, depending on how the match ends on Saturday.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just trying to think of all the
Um,
ongoing storylines. We're probably going to get we knowing WWE, they'll probably put this on Monday Night Raw, but I'm thinking that we could get Division versus Otis and Tozawa for the tag titles.
Now, what I will say, because I did see a post on this too, and I feel like this is bullshit too. I will say that remember when Naomi got her knee injury, they made Naomi drop the women's title.
Hmm.
We haven't seen Rhea Ripley due to her injury, and I don't know how long. And the fact of the matter is that she may not be ready to go by SummerSlam. I know, I get it. They're trying to nurse her injury as much as they can so she's ready to go by SummerSlam. But if she's not ready to go, they need to make her drop that title or relinquish the title. And it needs to be like a women's battle royale or gauntlet match, or even I would like to see a women's ladder match for the
Mm.
title. They need to do something. But if they just skip SummerSlam because Rhea can't go, I'm calling BS on WWE.
Well,
Bullshit.
she said she tore her meniscus
Yeah,
because she was at that slap event, and she was talking to the lady, and she said, yeah, she tore her meniscus in a weird spot, so she don't really know what her timeline is. I was like, man,
exactly.
we only got a few weeks before SummerSlam, and there's no build. Like, the only at this point, if she did come back, the only thing you could do is run back her and Jade, or her and damn, I don't know, because Blake
Now, if they,
Monroe, she finally showed up, but she's attacking Chelsea or
I mean,
Julia.
if they ran a triple threat match, I wouldn't be mad about it. You know, her, Jade, and Charlotte.
Okay, yeah.
I
Truth
mean, I'll be fine
says
with that.
we might get Sol Ruka versus Raquel for the IC title rematch.
I wouldn't be mad at that either.
I mean, especially because when the Judgment Day started jumping, EO Soul came out, which means that she's still involved in it. So I could definitely see
Hmm.
that. Because I already told you, and I think JD said it too. We got Roxanne winning the women's Money in the Bank. The Money in the Bank is gonna be all Judgment Day. I got Dom for the men, Roxanne for the women.
Mm.
I'm starting to
Roxanne, but
feel that we won't. I'm starting to feel like we won't get a Judgment Day turn until after Money in the Bank, because
I
I think
don't
she's
know,
gonna.
man. Historically, we've been getting a Judgment Day turn at SummerSlam, followed by a new member right after that. So, I mean, I would like them to stay on schedule with that. At this point, the fans are wondering who's going to turn.
I think what needs to happen is because I think it's pretty. I think it's I could feel pretty certain about this. JD's not going to turn on Dom. For one thing, Dom, unless he fights Danhausen at Saturday Night Main Event, and JD is under some kind of spell, that'd be the only way he calls Dom on purpose against Danhausen. So that's we. It's all about the women in the Judgment Day, and
It's going to be Raquel.
if I believe that, um, well, who knows? Because if Raquel ends up beating Sol Ruka and gets that IC title, it'd be no reason for her to turn on Liv. She'd be a champion. So I think that I think the Judgment Day is going to stay intact at SummerSlam. Um,
Probably. I mean, probably.
if there was going to be a turn, I said it last week. I think it'll happen the Monday after.
Mm.
Um, like let's say Liv retains and she's talking her shit like she does in the ring, and then she turns around and eats a boot from Raquel or something.
The only way that happens is if we do get Raquel versus Soul and Raquel doesn't get the job done and loses. Then I
Yeah,
can see the turn. But if Raquel wins, I don't see a turn coming.
because I believe that Roxanne's going to win Money in the Bank as a member of Judgment Day. Because that just breeds more drama. Um, let me see. Also, because WWE, they think sometimes they get a little too cute with the storylines. It's all leaning towards Raquel. I mean, Roxanne turning, and it probably is going to end up being Raquel.
Hmm.
That would be the one that would actually shock Liv more. Because if Roxanne turned on her, she would be like, you know what? I never really wanted you in a Judgment Day anyway. You came in here, you tried to steal my man, you tried to do all of this, tried to be me, all that.
Yeah.
But if Raquel turned on her, kind of like when JD turned on Finn, you wouldn't see it coming because they're supposed to be tighter than like closer than ever. So what's good, Xandal? Oh, Truth and Xandal, if y'all want to get down with these predictions for just go ahead and write your predictions in the chat and I'll write them down. Because Truth, you got to defend your predictions title. Jay said he's trying to take it.
And listen, with a
um,
four match card, everybody's gonna go 50-50.
possibly. All right. So which promo do you want to start with? You want to start with Punk and Cody or Seth and Roman?
Let's go with Punk and Cody.
All right. So what was your thoughts on their promo against each other before they got so
Oh,
rudely interrupted?
I wasn't impressed. It's the same shit that we heard. It was the exact same, in my opinion, it was the exact same promo that fucking CM Punk and Cody Rhodes cut after WrestleMania before Punk went away for 30 months.
I think it's hilarious that they both had black eyes.
I mean, you know, we what did we say after CM Punk made that first promo where he said, "I'm always gonna stay ready because you never know when the next opportunity is going to come," and then bam, just like that, you get the title, and now the roles are reversed.
Uh Ken, if you're asking what the logos are behind me that are in Japanese, that's over the ropes written in Japanese lettering. uh but yeah, I no, I agree with you. Because I think I sent y'all something that the plan was always for CM Punk to get the title
Yeah,
to head
but he
into
was supposed to
Storm.
get the title. And this is the thing that I don't understand is why they needed to make Sami Zayn a stepping stone and give him a 9 day
9 days.
reign because the plan was always CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes. CM Punk could have made his return on Monday Night Raw any which way, right? Cody could have fought Sammy. Cody could have fought Gunther. Cody could have fought whoever and then let CM Punk make it his return, and it still would have hit the same as it did when he won the title. Why? Because they're in Chicago. There was no need to take that title off of Cody, put it on Sammy, let him run with it for 90 days for him to turn around and drop it to CM Punk. If they did that just to push Sammy heel and like push him over the edge, they could have did it in another way. Like, I don't know, man. I get that it's a storyline and I get that they, but me as a person, I still would have been pissed if I would have saw the way that they wrote that. I'd have
All
been
right.
cussing somebody out.
So I'm gonna get to that in a second. Xando, yeah, we already did our predictions. We've predicted all 4 matches, so you could just go ahead and write them down. You either put them in the chat or you could just like text me solo. Um, yeah, and then I sent y'all that thing where they were like WWE doesn't see Sammy as a draw. They don't see him as a money player.
Even if you don't see him as a draw or a money player, why put the title on him anyway?
I mean, back in the Attitude Era, they put the damn the title on Kane and took it off him the next night.
Yeah, but Kane's a multiple time champion. They put
Yeah,
the title on Edge
at
and
the
then
time,
took the title.
at the time he wasn't though. That was his first time
But
winning it.
yeah, but my only rebuttal to that is they put the title on Edge and then Edge turned around and dropped the title back to John Cena. So,
Didn't
and
they pull that
again,
same shit with Ray and John Cena?
no, Rey Mysterio after CM Punk ran off with title, they did that gauntlet match, and then Rey Mysterio ended up winning the championship, and then John Cena returned the same night on Monday Night Raw to beat Rey Mysterio for the title,
That was
only
Ray's
to turn
only.
around.
That was Ray's
Uh,
only world championship, wasn't it?
no, that was his only WWE championship.
Oh, well, yeah. See, they did Ray worse. He lost the same night,
They they did do Ray. They did Ray way worse,
and it wasn't even
but
a cash in.
still, Rey Mysterio is still a what 3-time champion because he's won the World Heavyweight Championship what twice, and then the WWE Championship once. So he's still 3 or 4-time champion.
Well, I guess you're speaking in the now because if Sammy goes on to win it 2 more times, then this one is just whatever.
That is true, but I don't. If they're saying that they don't believe that he's a draw, then he ain't gonna get it 2 more times.
All right, Truth
But
says
Daniel Bryan wasn't a draw, so I mean, I don't know what they talk about that shit because it was the same thing with Daniel Bryan, and look
yeah,
at what
that
he
makes
did.
when you hear stuff like that he's not a draw, where do you think that's coming from? You think that's coming from Triple H or is that coming from TKO?
Both. I feel
Okay.
like it's coming from both. Because let's think about wrestlers that they considered that weren't a draw until the fans forced them to do something that they would have never thought about doing. And the biggest ones that come to mind are always going to be Daniel Bryan, and then it's always going to be Kofi Kingston because Kofi Kingston wasn't even supposed to be even thought of for the title picture until he had to replace Mustafa in Elimination Chamber.
Mm.
So, and then the biggest one to me also is Jay Uso because Jay Uso wasn't even supposed to be a thought. Remember when Jay Uso, when they decided to go with him for Royal Rumble, they were thinking Gunther versus God, I can't who did they say on Unreal? I can't remember who it was.
I can't remember.
I can't remember. I want to say maybe Seth or something like that. No, Seth was still injured, wasn't he?
Probably.
I can't remember, but they was thinking Gunther versus somebody else before it was even considered Jay Uso.
So Zandel says that Bryan was a draw. No, Daniel Bryan made himself a draw because
They
the fans got
absolutely did.
behind him. I'll never forget. I forgot it was one of them nights on Monday Night Raw when all the wrestlers were standing in the ring. I think it was Randy versus Cena was supposed to be the match, but then the crowd just started going crazy and popping hard for Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan. Yep.
And then I do agree with this. Zandel says if Sammy had won the title when he was with the Bloodline, he'd have been a draw. I want to edit that a little bit. If he had won the title, remember, I think you picked him to remember when he fought Roman in Canada,
I picked him
and
to
you
beat
picked him.
Roman.
If Sammy had won the title then he
He would
definitely
have
would have been a
definitely been
draw.
a he definitely would have been a draw.
But they wanted
They
Roman to break all these records, so he couldn't.
they missed so many opportunities because think about it. If Sammy would have beat Roman, Sammy would definitely probably by now have been, I want to say, at least a two-time champion by now, right? If they would have let Jey Uso beat Roman back then, Jey Uso probably would have been maybe a two-time champion by now too. And Jey Uso definitely, I mean, even though Jey Uso now is a draw, he would have been even bigger than what he is now if they would have let him in the street. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. So that actually leads me to something else that I wasn't even thinking of. But so, and this leads me to an Obafemi discussion. So right now we're talking about when people should have won title matches. Okay,
Yeah.
Zandel, he trolling. He said Swagger wasn't a draw. First off, Jack Swagger needs to relax because he said F Tony Khan before he did the slap competition and then got knocked out right after. He said anyone who sells merch at a high rate is a draw. Yeah. Because that means that you got the people. But what
Exactly.
so this is why this leads me to Obafemi. So so it's been confirmed that he has given up his title shot. He doesn't just automatically get one anymore because he gave it up to fight Brock. So do you think that that's a mistake because because you just brought up two perfect examples of certain times you got to strike when the iron is hot to put the title on somebody, and Oba beating Roman would be perfect
Yes,
to do
yes
that.
and no.
Do you think that
Yes
that
and
could?
no.
Do you think that that could hinder? I don't think it's going to hinder
I
his drawing power, but do you think that could hinder him because he gets the title later than he probably should?
so one, this was a good move by WWE. And the only reason why I say that is because this is one of the better things that creative has done. And I agree with them. Oba doesn't need to beat Roman to win that title. I kept saying that Oba should win the title later on in the year. I kept saying that. Honestly, they got it wrong in the first place. They were already pushing Oba and Brock Lesnar. We knew that this was going to happen. We knew it was going to be Oba versus Brock at SummerSlam. They should have let Jey Uso win King of the Ring. They should have let Brock Lesnar come out, cost Oba the match, which would have kept Oba still strong, right? I mean, think
Mhm.
about it. It took Brock seven F5s to beat Oba. That kept Oba a monster. That kept him in his ruler status, right? And
Mhm.
he still lost. All they had to do was let Brock come in and interfere in the match, let Jay take the win, and then let Jay go on to face Cody or whoever for the title, even CM Punk. It doesn't matter. I don't care, whichever. You can let Oba continue to dominate like he's been doing. We know Oba's finally going to beat Brock Lesnar. We know it. And then Oba can later on take his pick on whenever he wants to challenge whoever for the title. They can write it in a thousand other ways. But I think that they kind of shot themselves in the foot, so to say, like the way that they did things with Oba, because now what was the point of him winning King of the Ring? For him to give up his title match to face Brock.
Yeah, I think so Zandel says if Oba had gotten a shot, it would have been the equivalent of Ryback versus Punk.
Oh my God.
I wasn't watching this. That's when I was taking my wrestling break, so I didn't watch the feud between Ryback and Punk. I know they don't like each other uh in real life. But so to go back to what you're saying, yeah, if your whole plan, and I don't know if this was the original plan, but if the whole plan was to eventually was to have Seth and Roman, you might as well just have Seth win King of the Ring. If that was the case and not losing the first round, when you had Seth losing the first round, you made it and create that drama. You made it seem like maybe we're going to get King of the Ring that we weren't expecting. You know what I'm saying? Jay, you froze. Hold on. Let me remove you. Oh. Okay. And Xandel, see, you brought up something that I was just about to bring up. You say you still have Money in the Bank and the Royal Rumble, and then what do you say? It's the equivalent of somebody who's super over and shouldn't be losing against a champion who shouldn't lose the belt yet. It was a no-win situation. If you make the match, okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can get see if we can get see if we can get Jay back. Because I'm glad you brought that up, Zendo. I was actually that's something I want to talk about when we get Jay back on screen. Hold on. While we wait, let me go ahead and get a little music in the back. All right. Hold on. Let me see if I could. I'm gonna send a new invite. Jay's having some technical difficulties. All right, what you got, Truth? He said they had too many things going on around the titles, but they didn't want Over to lose again after losing to Brock. No, I agree with that. It's like I hate when they book themselves into a hole like that, and I don't think it's a good idea to have interferences in the King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring matches. Well, technically, you had one in the Queen because you had Danhausen and Kurt's live. I'm gonna talk about that here in a second too. And hopefully, we can get Jay back. Hold on, Jay texting me right now. We're trying to get it together so we can get him back on screen. I don't mind interferences if they make sense. Honestly, I don't mind anything if it makes sense. Keep it real. That's what I was talking about when it came to the repeat winner of Money in the Bank. If it makes sense within storyline and it's like a main storyline that's going on, then I don't mind it. So I don't mind interferences in certain matches. Okay. Oh, we got him back. Oh shit, where'd he go? Damn, we just had him. All right, I'm pretty sure he'll be back. Let me see. Uh, Also on AEW, that field match shouldn't have been the main event. Now AEW was looking pretty good. Um, I like the little gang war that happened between the Death Riders and the Don Callis family. Looks like Will Ospreay is officially a member of the Death Riders. So, but it's like it's some weird like samurai shit where they like gotta fight with honor, so they won't get involved in his matches as like to help him win. They'll just stop people from messing with him. So I don't mind that. So what I was going to say about still when Xander Brother still had money in bank in the Rumble, I was like, at this point, I don't think I would have Oba win uh any other match like that right now. I wouldn't have him win Money in the Bank. I wouldn't have him win the Rumble. Maybe Elimination Chamber, maybe, but even that, I don't know. I don't think I would have him win any type of match like that now. Uh, I'd rather just see him win like a multi-man number one contender match, or maybe, or if they did a gauntlet, kind of like they did for the IC title. Yeah, and then speaking of AEW, looks like so Mercedes is rolling with Megan Bain and oh girl. All right, I just sent Jay another invite. StreamYard on some weird stuff. As he said that they kicked him out after he was in. We'll try again. I still got a couple topics I wanted to get to before we end the show. This is a lackluster way to end it. This would be trash. But we did get the predictions out of the way. So, Truth, thank you for sending me yours. Xandal, I know you hopped on the last watch party I did, and you were giving yours in real time. But unfortunately, those didn't count because they came after the event had started. Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
All right, let's get. I don't know what's going on. My connection keeps going in and out. It keeps kicking me out. So,
you got Wi-Fi. You got Wi-Fi issues
man, I got one of the fastest Wi-Fi services that you can have
in the
from
city limits.
AT&T. Yeah, pretty much.
That's
I
our
can I
spectrum.
can stream and I can stream anything I want on multiple devices. I don't know what the heck is going on.
You said you can stream from your boat in the middle of the ocean.
Damn sure it can with the streaming service I got.
Shit, Spectrum ain't let me down, but that one time, and I was supposed to work from home, but I went into the office because because the internet had went down and it was down till about 3 p.m. So I had to
Yeah,
go into the
nah.
office. So Zando said something. We were talking about Oba and giving up his title shot. He brought something. He was like, "Well, you still have money in the bank. You still got the Royal Rumble." And I said that honestly, I don't want to see Oba win after him winning King of the Ring and him giving up his title shot. I don't want to see him win any other match type that's similar like that, like Money in the Bank or Royal Rumble. I don't want to see him win that.
Let's just do it like this, right? Let's just pray and hope that somehow, some way, they what they do is they write Oba back into a title pictures to kind
Mhm.
of make up for him giving up his title match at SummerSlam.
His
That's the only
words
thing that
his words to Adam Pierce were the title will always be there, which is true.
exactly, which is
Which
true.
is true. Um, so let's talk about the Seth and Roman promo from Monday. Roman got in his ass, pause. And he was dropping nothing but truth bombs.
Yeah, he was.
He said,
Listen,
so what's gonna happen if you beat me? You're gonna hold it for a couple months and get hurt?
which is true, which is 100% true. I mean, we're gonna be honest, 100% honesty. I don't see Seth winning this match. I don't see it at all. Seth doesn't need the title right now. I like that they're finally writing it in to where it looks like this is going to be a legitimate one-on-one match. Because if you look at every time that Roman has faced off against Seth Rollins, there's been some type of factor, outside factor, that technically has cost Roman the match.
Yeah, because he doesn't have Heyman to get
Yep,
involved. He doesn't have the bloodline. They got their own match.
yep. So this is going
Unless
to
unless
be,
unless we get the debut of Zilla
I mean, we
and he
could,
helped.
but I think this is going to be a true one-on-one match.
And remember the last time
And
they fought 1-on-1, Roman technically lost because he wouldn't release the guillotine.
yeah, true.
So
But I'm based off of the promo and based off of how that went, I'm expecting Roman to be victorious in this match. I don't think he's going to lose.
I don't know if you were on the stream when me and JD did this, but whose career do you think has been better? Seth or Roman's?
Roman's, and the only reason why I say that is because the record that he broke with holding the title.
So I was
Roman took the most hits once the Shield broke up, if you think about it, right?
well, yeah,
When
because
you
they were trying to force everybody to like him, and the people weren't going for it.
exactly, and that cost Roman a good 3 years.
Hmm.
So I think Roman by far after dealing with that and then coming back with the big dog and then coming back with the bloodline.
Hmm.
I mean this bloodline. Think about it. We're even now after the historic reign is done and over with and stuff. They can't get enough of the bloodline. When you think about Seth, they have to keep throwing Seth into different factions, into different controversial, you know what I mean? Like back and
Hmm.
forth, to keep him up there. And I hate
So
to say it like that, like because Seth is still one of the best that they have, but it's the truth.
it's funny because if the Judgment Day is their version of Bullet Club, then the Bloodline is their version of the NWO, where
Oh,
they are going to
definitely.
ride it. They are going to ride it into the ground.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
but I think you just said it when you said they put Seth in a bunch of factions. I like when Roman said they gave you everything that they gave me, and he pretty much said that Seth fumbled it. Seth has had the authority. He's had his little Messiah gimmick
Yep.
with Buddy
With
Murphy and
with
them.
an AOA, yup.
Yep. And then he had the vision. And
Yep.
none of he Roman's only been in one group outside of the Shield, and that group is never ending. Seth has had three groups since the Shield, and none of them work. Where he's been the leader.
Nope. None of them have worked, or if you think about it, because all three, well, no, outside the Shield. Well, I was gonna say all three groups outside the Shield, he won titles with them, right?
Yeah.
And then they turn around and turn on him.
The one where he had Austin Theory and Buddy Murphy and AOP. I don't really count that one too much because that was during COVID.
It counts. It counts.
It counts, but at the same time, it's like
I think that
that's why Drew is so mad that he was the COVID champion and he was so hell bent on winning the title in front of people.
I think it would have worked a lot better if like AOA didn't get stuck overseas
Overseas,
and then they
yeah,
couldn't come back. That's when that whole group kind of went downhill a little bit. And
yeah,
then
because
also too, Seth is
yeah,
plagued with injuries, and those injuries play a part in what's going on with him in these groups. And he keeps getting injured, and then they keep having to come up with also, oh,
hey,
nice.
Hey, what up, gang?
oh, oh,
Motherfuckers thought they wasn't gonna see your boy, even though he in the KY. But guess what? You know I had to show up, man. What up, y'all?
What's going on?
Shit.
so now what we're talking about right now is we're continuing the discussion that me and you were having about Seth versus Roman, and I was saying how the blood if the Judgment Day is their version of Bullet Club, then the Bloodline is their NWO, where it's just never ending. But then we start
That's
talking
fair to say.
about the Seth versus Roman and how Roman was right when he said they gave you everything they gave me, and you pretty much fumbled it. Seth has had three groups since the Shield, and they've all failed for the most part. Roman
That's
has
fair
had
to
one
say.
group. Roman has had one group since the Shield, and it's the greatest faction ever.
Maybe like third greatest faction, but we'll give it that.
Yeah, I mean, think
Yeah,
about it. You got
I don't know, man. The
you got two
bloodline
world
is the
champions,
best
and
modern day. I don't put it up against other people. It's to this in the modern day. Every era is a thing.
think about who's in it. You have probably the
They're
greatest
the
tag team
best.
ever. You have
yeah.
two world champions, Jay and Roman. You have
Hmm.
a former United States
Which
champion
one?
in Jacob and Solo.
Yeah,
Uh Roman's the Grand Slam champion. I do believe this might be the year where Jimmy finally gets a solo title.
true.
Uh Former member Sami Zayn was a champion, even though it was 9 days.
Yeah.
But we're because right now what we're discussing is the promo between Seth and Roman. What was your take on Monday's promo between them?
I love it. I love the fact that Roman called Seth for what it was. Like, and he told, I love it when promos tell the truth and it's not just a whole bunch of BS that's scripted. You get what I'm saying? Like, everything is
Mhm.
valid. Like, going from injuries, going from the only way that you can win the fucking title is if you cash in
Cash
money in the
in
bank.
and had a
The
fake an injury to do the most recent.
bro, when he said that, I was like, gang, yo. Like, I was just laughing to myself, like, yo, that shit is so valid. Um, and it's just perfection, bro. Like you gotta look at it with Roman and Seth. Like this is your modern day version of Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. You looking at rivalry, Stone Cold and The Rock. Like you're looking at those type of feuds in this so many years. You know what I'm
So
saying? And we
I if you think when you think about it, so yeah, you brought up a few examples. You and then if you want to get a little more modern, you could throw in there Cena Randy, Cena Brock.
yeah, yeah,
Uh like where do you think that this will make like the top 10 list of one-on-one feuds?
absolutely. I'll put this in top five.
I'm about to say, would it be top five or bottom five?
Top five. Top five. When it's all said and done, it will be top five.
Zando's a Seth hater, so I know he loved everything that Roman was saying.
Hmm.
But like what Punk said, tell me when I'm telling lies. He said, I've always been number one, you've always been number two. If he really wanted to drive the knife in his back, he could have been like, The only reason you even became world heavyweight champion is because nobody could beat me. So you had to make a title because of
That
it,
actually
nobody could get
might be
because
the
nobody
next
could get
one.
this one off me. And
That
then
might actually be the next promo.
yeah, and then also damn. Yeah, and then because you know what I'm saying, another thing he could be like, yeah, the only reason you never lose your titles is because you always get hurt and have to drop them, which he kind of did when he said you're gonna hold it for 2 months and then get hurt.
pretty
Hmm.
much. I believe it. If Seth Rollins wins this title, I give him until Survivor Series before he gets injured again.
Yeah,
But I saw somebody online say this. They were like, yeah, I would. They said they would rather have Roman's career, but Seth Rollins in ring ability,
No,
because in ring Seth
uh,
is better.
n-
It's two different
no.
styles, but
It's two
I
different
think I feel
styles.
like Seth, his move set and his style, I think can adapt in different types of eras and matches. Roman is a fucking brawler.
But honestly,
powerhouse.
So
I'll
yeah, he's a
take Roman.
powerhouse. Seth is a
I'll take
technician.
Roman. I'll take Roman style. And the only reason why I say that is because Roman style is we'd say that he's a brawler, yeah, but his style is built for longevity. Look at Seth's
It
style.
is.
Seth's style is
Yep.
built. You're going to get injured from his style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of like when remember when the Miz and Daniel Bryan got into it, and uh Daniel Bryan pretty much said that the Miz wrestles like a bitch, and then and then Miz told him that he wrestles like an idiot. That's why he always gets hurt.
That
Mm.
it is true.
But then also to even cover the fact that the Miz started doing Daniel Bryan's move set to have more longevity in his career.
Well, he did
Mhm.
that, and then he also did it to kind of like FU
Yeah, he was doing
once
it to
Yeah.
Daniel
troll.
Bryan
He,
left. Yeah,
when the only thing he really stole from him was the kicks.
Yeah. Um.
that was a FU to Daniel Bryan when he
Yeah,
started doing
that
it.
was a
If
screw
you
you.
if you think about Roman, think about Undertaker's move set, right? Believe it or not, Undertaker could do some high flying shit, especially when he did the suicide dive outside the ring, right?
Hmm.
Roman does the same exact thing. So it's not like that. It's not that I can't do it. I just choose not to do it because I'm not going to risk my body and my career on me falling,
Hey,
or me
same
landing the
way
wrong
when
way.
Brock broke his damn neck doing that shooting star, he ain't never done it again.
He
Exactly.
break his neck, but he was close to it.
Truth says he did wrestle like a bitch, but he's a heel. He's supposed to wrestle like that, especially with Miz's character.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, okay. So, oh, Zando just gave his predictions. I'll write those down later. So I did want to get y'all's opinion on this. I saw a creator doing this, and he was talking about how the Danhausen curse and how they use it to get out of bad booking decisions. Like Liv Morgan being in the tournament, and the only way to have her lose legit, and because they didn't want her to win, was to have her get cursed before she fought Io, so you automatically know she's going to lose. Do y'all agree with that? That now that they have Danhausen, they can
No.
use his curse. They can use his curse
No,
as a way to get out of bad booking decisions.
I agree with that.
No.
I agree with that, but it's still bad decisions. So we see right through that shit.
Facts.
Zendo, I agree with you. I don't know if he's the most underrated wrestler ever, but I do think that Miz don't get the proper respect sometimes. He is a Grand Slam champion. Damn near the best, damn near the greatest IC champ.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, bro. Hey,
Uh hold on. Um do y'all like when like the Brock and Oba match? Do y'all like when they have a no touch policy? Like they can't touch until the match.
If they do it right, the way they did it, I'll accept it. I mean, Obafemi pretty much destroyed a bunch of cops because of the no touch policy. So if they do it in that aspect, I'm fine with it.
Oba Femi needs to be in jail.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can't take a cop and just throw his ass across the
Yeah.
arena like that.
The police thing was a little bit overzealous. They should
And
just
setting
did
up
security,
restraining
but
orders.
yeah, but if there was security, then we would expect for Obafemi to just start tossing them all over the place. So I guess I get why they had them as police. It makes sense.
Yeah, but see, that would make sense because security is part of WWE. So you could write that off. If you're acting like you have actual police there and you want people to believe that shit is real, no, he needs to get his ass arrested, just like Seth Rollins got arrested, just like Stone Cold got arrested back in the day.
Yeah,
Uh oh, okay. So we're done with the topics for the night, but I do have a quick hit that I wanted to read off to you and JD. So this right here I got from here's the thing underscore 12. This says on Instagram, it says top five factions WWE fumbled, and I want to get your opinion on this. Uh I don't know if he's ranking them top to bottom, like 1 through 5, but these are the five. So he starts off with the Undisputed Era, and he says it was fumbled because they broke up the faction before they could debut on the main roster and show their full potential. Next, he has the Wyatt Six. They had an incredible debut, but inconsistent booking and long periods off TV quickly slowed their momentum. Next, we have the Nexus. They looked unstoppable at first, but the SummerSlam 2010 loss destroyed their momentum and credibility. Hit Row. The group had plenty of charisma and personality, but weak booking and roster changes kept them from becoming stars. And then the Pride. Despite being led by Bobby Lashley, the faction lacked meaningful storylines and quietly faded away. And those of you that don't remember, I think the Pride was him with the Street Profits
yeah. So
and
I
B
will
Fab.
say I agree
You
with
agree with
them.
those five?
I agree with those five. The only thing I don't agree with is I really don't agree with the Nexus too much. What destroyed the Nexus was when CM Punk took him over. And then what destroyed the Nexus too was that the fact that the other members branched off and created that fucking awful group, the Core,
Yeah.
and that was a wrap.
It was like when Rockefeller broke up. The core was like
Yeah,
the Dame Dash music group, and
yeah.
the Nexus
That
was Rockefeller, Jay-Z, and them.
that was pretty bad. But no, the list is pretty accurate though.
Okay.
I don't think
Yeah,
Hit Row was ever gonna make it though. Honestly, I get what he was saying with Hit Row, but I don't think Hit Row. Yeah, I guess he's right with Hit Row. He's
I
definitely on point though with
Undisputed Era.
Undisputed. Oh my God, definitely. They should have been number one.
I agree with you, Zando. Cena destroyed the Nexus. When Cena came back and he beat them, and also the fact that I watched a video on this, the fact that he was forced to join the group, but then he refused to wear any Nexus gear. He kept wearing that
I would
damn
say, yeah,
Barney colored Cena shirt.
I would say that was part of it too. Definitely, yeah.
I was yeah, Undisputed Era was the group. That was my favorite group in NXT. They were in every War Games in NXT. I'll
And
never
they
forget
destroyed them.
when right when they were getting ready to okay. He said Truth says the Undisputed Era should have been what Division is now.
Yeah. You know,
Well, you see, they
honestly,
tried.
what happened was when what's his name from Undisputed Era had that match on Monday Night Raw, and after he had that little debut match on Monday Night Raw, it
With Adam
was
Cole.
like that was it. Yeah, Adam Cole. It was a wrap.
Nah, see. I was about to bring in when he fought when they were about to do Survivor Series, and it was all three brands: NXT versus Raw versus SmackDown, and Triple H and Shawn Michaels brought Adam Cole to SmackDown, and he beat Daniel Bryan on SmackDown, and I was like,
That
okay,
yeah, that too.
yes, Xander, they were better than the Vision. Them versus the Bloodline would have been a hell of a feud. The only thing is that's the that's the Undisputed Era is a perfect example of what happens when you have a group or a wrestler and you don't pull the trigger on certain things.
Yep.
because they tried to recreate Undisputed Era in AEW like 3 times and it never worked.
Nope. It
But
Undisputed Era will only work is if they all got them back together and brought them back to WWE, and that's
yeah,
not going to happen.
because but you see when Swerve left, Swerve could never be what he is now in AEW in WWE.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let him, they wouldn't allow him to have the character that he has.
No. Mm-mm.
So and then you got to think, because BFAB right now is stuck in another group because she was with the Profits for a little bit. That was pointless. Now she's down with the Baddies, and then you got AJ Francis, aka Top Dollar. He's in TNA doing whatever he's doing. Ashanti the Adonis was, he had a love storyline in NXT. He had all kinds of stuff,
Hmm.
and he couldn't even stay over with that. He got released. Swerve is the only one that's actually doing something since Hit Row.
Yep.
The Wyatt Six, I agree. Debut was perfect, but when you debut them like that, but then you make it to where you come out and say that they are not going to have any supernatural powers, that kind of kills it, because the original Wyatt family, he had that. Bray Wyatt had that.
I feel
And
like
then
the
but you
wires.
give Danhausen these damn cursed powers, have him
Yeah.
pointing at ring posts and them exploding and stuff like that.
I feel like the Y6 is the product of not wanting to give up creative control. And it
Yeah.
goes to show what happens when you don't have a Bray Wyatt there who has creative control. And this is his vision. And without him, as you can see, it's not going to work.
I mean, yeah, I feel like Bo Dallas knew what his brother would have wanted. I feel like he could have done
Yeah.
that.
I feel like he could have done it too, to a certain extent, if they would have gave him full creative control, but they weren't going to.
Now, the Pride, that was pretty much, was
That
that
was dead
before or
before
after
it
the Hurt?
started.
That
That
was
was
after
after. That was
Hurt
after.
Business, right?
Yeah, that was when Bobby Lashley got drafted to SmackDown,
Yeah.
and that was over before it started. I don't you shouldn't even mention that because that was never even official.
That was the closest we ever got to a heel Street Profits.
Yeah,
And I think that BFAB being in that group, that shit would have been lit if they did it the way they were supposed to. But even Bobby Lashley and MVP have both come out and said that they definitely broke up the Hurt Business too early.
definitely
Um,
did.
but I'm glad that they kind of doing their thing. Let me see here. Honestly, they should have put Alexa Bliss in the YS6 instead of Nikki Cross when she had the dark character. That was good. I mean, shit, you could have put them both in there and then had them
Nope.
both be Sister Abigail.
I'm glad they didn't do that because Alexa Bliss would have been destroyed if they did do that. So I'm happy that they left her out.
She's one of the people that I don't think she can be destroyed.
You never know until you know.
It's certain people that are like kind of untouchable. You know how certain people are uncancelable. I think there's certain people that are unburyable in WWE at this point, and I think that she's one of them. She's been around too long. She has too much of a fan base. Yeah, fuck that. Her promos are too good. Her in ring work is too good. Yeah, she's been around too long. Let me see who else they say. Yeah, I think we covered everything. So, did you have anything else that you wanted to say before we get up out of here?
Nah, it's good to be back, man. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one.
Yeah, all right. Appreciate JD, aka Mr. Mike Drop, for dropping in on us real quick. Enjoyed his commentary. Appreciate everybody that sent in their predictions. I will make sure all of these are written down so they all count towards the prediction title. We need to get a prediction title. Like maybe like make it probably maybe I'll just create a digital one, like a picture of one, and then put it up here.
Yeah.
I might just do that. Yeah, Saturday night main event. I believe 8 o'clock is the start time. Go ahead, check me out. Jay, I'm pretty sure you won't be joining me, will you?
No.
It's a 4-match card. It'll be over in like an hour and a half.
I
Probably
will
2 hours with
be
commercials.
I'll be at Chris Brown and Usher.
Chris Brown and Usher.
Chris Brown and Usher.
Oh, how was the J. Cole concert?
Fantastic. That shit was a damn good show.
If I had the money, I would have flew to New York to go to the Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Well, all right, y'all. This is your man Trey, aka Treyway, aka OTR Trey, aka Thursday Night Trey, aka Watch Party Trey.
It's your boy Jay, aka OTR Messiah, aka Full Time Jay. Catch y'all later.
All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all on Saturday, and I'll be back with the rest of the crew next week. Peace.